Hello and welcome, Sagittarius. This is your 4-card spread for body, mind, heart, and spirit going from June to December of 2022. It's a very short spread, but I will be using 2 decks to give you the message in summary. Of course, I do monthlies as well as I have a TikTok and a website and all that stuff. Sagittarius, let's go ahead and shuffle for you for body, mind, heart, and spirit. That feels good. Body. Mind. Heart. And spirit. Let me go ahead and... Okay. And I'll pull the second deck as well. Sagittarius for body. Oh, just put those both down. Then heart, and finally spirit. All right, so let's start with your position of body, Sagittarius, and see what is in store for you. All right, we have 4 of Cups. Something about loneliness, self-reflection. We have a narcissist complex here, as well as some mermaids. Mermaids are not necessarily the most friendliest of cards, but honestly, Sagittarius, whatever you have going on, I hope that this makes sense. Card of violence towards the self, negligence of the self, maybe even some depression. Okay, are you looking for your next move? Grief and accepting loss is the next card. This makes a lot of sense. These are both very gloomy looking cards. You're only seeing the glass half empty right now. You're not seeing it half full. You're not feeling right. You're not feeling good. I think that this is a very tumultuous time for you, a very emotionally draining time. And if you need to make a change, of course, I certainly encourage that. Spirit does as well. That's why you're here. That's why you're reading, right? So somewhere between 4 of Cups and grief, I'd like to see that change. Mind, Queen of Wands. You're trying to focus on your creative endeavors at this time, or at least you should be creating the world around you that you would like. It may not be music. It may not be YouTube. It may not be acting and dancing. Could just be redecorating your home. Could be overhauling your appearance, getting some new clothes. Not new from the store, but maybe the thrift store, maybe just redoing your hair. Something that you enjoy. Maybe picking up that side hustle you have had on the side. Surrender, letting go of the darkness. Again, these cards are asking you to move on. This is mine. You need to move on. You need to break yourself out of this funk. You have to do it. You can do it, okay? It's nothing is handed to you in the world, in this life. And there are people who will take advantage of you at this time. Vultures are ever present. Please be on guard. If you are watching this, please be on guard. This is very important that you listen to this, Sagittarius. I don't want you to mess this up and accrue more bad karma like, oh, I'm always broke, so I have no money. Well, if you have the mindset that you're always broke, you're going to be broke. Because as soon as you get money, you're going to feel bad and you're going to loan money to somebody who asks. Right? Change your mindset from the first. That does take training. It takes a lot of discipline. But surrender and let go of the darkness. That's what these cards are asking you to do. Perfectly juxtaposed with the lady playing the harp in the woods. She's surrounded by the fairies and the flowers and the rabbits, and she's doing the whole Snow White thing. Look at this card. Make it make sense. In the position of the heart, we have the 10 of Pentacles, a card of contentment, a card of safety, a card of guarding what's yours, guarding your heart chakra, as well as not letting people in or letting in other wounds, okay? Challenge, standing up for your rights. That does make sense with guarding yourself, guarding oneself. This is a heart position, okay? Standing up for your rights does mean standing up to the bullies, standing up to your own fears, but as well as to a possibly maternal or high-level female or high-level male in your workplace or in your personal life. in the family dynamic and the friend group, someone who's like in charge. You're going to have to break free of them. You're going to have to break free of their claws, their clutches, okay? Sagittarius, I wish you luck. I'm going to keep going here with spirit position. Two of Wands. You're going to have to make a choice here. You're going to have to choose violence or to leave, one or the other. They're both one and the same because one happens right before the other. You could choose the time to leave to plan your scheme, your strategy, and be physical later, or be physically aggressive later. That does include words, okay? You may have to be aggressive in the physical realm now and then choose peace and self-recovery, meditation and such at a later time. Spirit will tell you no. Destruction, releasing your anger. Well, you've been told, okay? Sagittarius, these cards speak very well to each other. That's why I choose the decks that sing to each other. This is a fairy deck. This is a dragon deck. They speak to each other. You're going to have to choose violence. You're going to have to choose destruction for the rest of 2022. Destroy things that are in your path. In your path of happiness. Choose happiness for the last half of 2022 so that in 2023 you're catching all the good luck. Don't worry about the retrogrades and things like that. The karma will put those people in their place. You worry about your own karma, okay? Clarifier, miracle, making a difference. I'd like to see you pull through and make sure that this makes a difference in your own self, and it's going to be like the clouds open up and there's like a heavenly light that shines down on you. I hope that this makes sense, but look at how vibrant and beautiful these colors are. Making the difference for yourself. This is a purely selfish decision, but it's purely necessary. And then can I get a clarifier from this deck as well? Nine of Cups. Again, much happier outcome. The glass is full. You have such a depth of wealth and spiritual awakening and emotions. You're just overwhelmed. And this mermaid is not a fish out of water, but instead is, in fact, surrounded by happiness, wholesomeness, and is at the full depth and saturation of spiritual wealth and emotional happiness. Fully saturated. Let me go ahead and pull all of these cards besides the clarifiers, okay? Grief and accepting loss for you, Sagittarius. We have the surrender. We have the challenge. And then we have destruction. Okay, and then the clarifier was, of course, the miracle. So we have the miracle after the destruction. Okay, next for the other deck, we had started off with this Four of Cups, this very gloomy, narcissistic, horrendous grief energy. Queen of Wands, creating your own happiness, setting your own rules, guarding your own self, guarding your heart chakra, guarding what's yours, holding on to the physical gains that you've held so far. And then Two of Wands, you're going to have to choose violence. Like I said before, you're going to have to make a choice. You're going to do it alone. And that immediately follows by the Nine of Cups as the clarifier. This was an interesting one. This was the Sagittarius reading that you deserved, that I was looking forward to. And I don't choose violence all the time. I'm not always rooting for the battle, but I think that you are ready to go. Just for the rest of 2022, it's just going to be argument, 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 argument. And that's what it's going to be. Damn. A lot of necessary changes here, but a lot of heavy weight as well. I'd like to see you be liberated, but also focus on what makes you happy, those creative endeavors. It's really what I have to say. Come see me in the monthlies and at the end of the year. I'll see you, Sag. Bye.